and yet he loves us. That's the real thing there. He knows all about us, and yet he still loves us. You know, a lot of people here on earth, when they really get to know us, like Brother Phil said, you know, somebody that he's not even done anything to, but yet seems like he doesn't like you, Phil, for some reason. And that's just the way people here are. They, you know, when they get to know us, or even if they don't know us, they won't like us. But God knows everything about us, and yet he still loves us. And it's true that God made us the way he wants us to be. But if we're not careful, we can allow the things of this world to conform us or change us to be something that doesn't please God. And when this happens, sometimes we have to go back to God, don't we? Yes. We have to go back and it's kind of like going back to the potter's house. The potter has to remold and remake us sometimes, which God the Father is our potter. But it kind of reminds me of a story I'm going to share with you that I read years and years ago about this couple that loved to travel. And they went to a far country, and they loved to go to the antique shops and just shop around and look around. And they were in this, I don't know what country they were in, but they went to the antique shop to just kind of browse around and look around. And the lady looked way up on the high shelf there, and she saw this beautiful teacup and saucer. Well, she just couldn't get over how beautiful the little teacup and saucer was, and she was just going on about how beautiful it is. And the teacup began to talk to her. And it said, you know, I haven't always been this beautiful. At one time, I had to go to the potter, and the potter took me and squeezed me and punched on me and squeezed me, and I cried out in pain and hollered, "Stop, this is hurting me." Then he put me on a wheel, and he started turning me around and around and around and around. And I began to cry out, "Stop, you're making me sick. This hurts me so bad." But the potter just kept on. And then the potter took me and he put me in an oven. And it was so hot in that oven. And I was burning and I was screaming and I was yelling, "Get me out of here. This hurts so bad. Get me out." The potter took me out of the oven, and then he threw cold water on me. And that hurt too, because I was so hot, and when he threw the water on me, that hurt really bad. And I screamed out some more, "Please stop this. You're killing me. Please leave me alone." But the potter just kept on working on me. He squeezed and punched and put me in the oven and threw water on me. And then he took some paint and he began to paint and punch me with the brushes and just aggravating me. And I'm screaming out all the time. And then he puts me back in the oven. And I scream out even more. This is killing me. But the little teacup said, "But when the potter took me out of the oven, this is right." So you see, that makes me think of us. Sometime in life we get cracked. We get broken. We get picked on. We get thrown out sometimes. And even circumstances in life, things that we have to go through, sometimes even from a child, it will scar us and mar us and hurt us to the point that we think that there's there's no hope for us. But you know what? With our Father, there's always hope. There is always hope with Him. He knows how to fix every circumstance in our life, doesn't He? It doesn't matter. In pastoring churches, we've pastored, I guess probably 25 years. And in pastoring churches, I've dealt with so many hurting people, Brother Phil. So many people from their past have been hurt to the point that they thought because an earthly father or mother couldn't love them, that a heavenly Father couldn't love them either, that they were unlovable. But God loves us regardless of what we've been through. And regardless of how many people have hurt us, He can take us. And yes, it hurts. Sometimes even after God's loving hands are wrapped around us, we still will have to go through some molding, some making, some reforming. And it hurts. But you know what? When God gets through with us and makes us what He wants us to be, everything that we encounter, every pain, every heartache, everything that we go through, it's worth it. When we get to where we're in His will and doing what He wants us to do and being what He wants us to be, then it's worth it all. And not only here in this life, it's certainly going to be worth it all when we get there, isn't it? And one day we will see the Potter face to face. And we can stand before Him and say, thank you. Even through the pain, and even through the heartache, the troubles and trials, thank you for molding me and making me what you wanted me to be. He's such a loving God. And I didn't intend to hold you. It's short, but I hope that I have helped you today to see that God loves you. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, or what you've done in this life. God loves you, and He wants you to be something special for Him. Could you give Him a big hand this morning? Such precious people. We love them and love Philip and Dorman. They've always been special people in our lives. But thank you for allowing me to come here today.
Thank you.